Shalom. Back with another lesson on this ER nurse. So like ER nurse who tested positive for the Crown Warrior 19 8 days after receiving the jab. Okay. All praise the Most High. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Rule well. Peace and salutation to the brothers and hopeful elect, pushing His word, truth, and sincerity. All right. So, from what it looks like, the jab ain't really doing anything. That's what it looks like to me. But once again, you got to understand who we're dealing with. We dealing with the wicked. Esau Edom. They're gonna force their lies on you. They're always gonna have an explanation for everything. So let's see what they says in this article here. This is out of San Diego. It says a California nurse tested positive for Crown Royal 19 more than a week after receiving the first dose of the Pfizer jab. Health experts are saying this may not be completely unexpected, given the time it takes for the jab to become protective and the fact that a second dose is needed for full efficacy. So you see, there's an explanation for everything. It says it's entirely not expected, and from what they said about this new jab, with it being an mRNA jab, this is state of the art new technology within this vaccine. Okay, so it shouldn't really be going down like this. All right. But let's continue on. It says, in a Facebook message posted on December the 18th, Matthew W., an ER nurse at two different hospitals in the San Diego area, talked about receiving the Pfizer jab that day. He told KGTV his arm was sore for a day, but he suffered no other side effects. 6 days later, on Christmas Eve, after working a shift in the Crown Warrior 19 unit, Matthew, he's 45, became sick. He got the chills and later came down with muscle aches and fatigue. The day after Christmas, he went to a drive-up hospital testing site and tested positive for the Crown Warrior 19. It's not unexpected at all. If you work through the numbers, this is exactly what we'd expect to happen if someone was exposed, said Dr. Christian Rammers, an infectious disease specialist with Family Health Centers of San Diego. He serves on the clinical advisory panel for the county's jab rollout. He points out it is possible Matthew was infected before receiving the jab, as the incubation period may be as such as 2 weeks. Dr. Rammer says Matthew did contract it after the vaccine. It's still in line. Check this out. He said, so at first he said he could have been infected already before receiving the jab. Then he comes back and says, if Matthew did contract it after the jab, it's still in line with what we know. So, so they're saying that the jab is supposed to work if you get infected, no matter what. So if you get infected before taking the jab, it's still in line with what we know. If you get infected after getting the jab, it's still in line with what we know. You see? But let me continue on. We know from I don't know why this thing keep jumping like that. We know from the jab clinical trials that it's going to take about 10 to 14 days for you to start to develop protection from the jab, said Dr. Rammers. Dr. Rammers says he knows of several other local cases where healthcare workers became infected around the time they received the jab. He says all the cases illustrate the fact that results aren't immediate, even after you start receiving some protection, it won't be full protection. That first dose, we think it gives you somewhere around 50%, and you need the second dose to get up to 95%, said Rammers. Dr. Rammers says Matthew's story also shows that even with jabs, the pandemic isn't going to turn around instantly. You hear health practitioners being very optimistic about it being the beginning of the end, but it's going to be a slow roll, weeks to months as we roll out the jab. He adds, this case is a good reminder of why masks, you gotta go back to that, why masks, hand washing, and other Crown Royal 19 protocols are important even after receiving the jab. Matthew says he's feeling better since his symptoms peaked on Christmas Day, but he still feels fatigued. But you see that? Matter of fact, the local news station we had, their expert came on and said if you receive the jab and you begin to feel sick, he said that means that it's working. It's like, come on now. But when will you wake up and see that this is Esau? This is their baby. They're lying to you. Come on. But let's get a few scriptures. This wasn't gonna be too long. Let's see. This is Job chapter 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value. And these people are forgers of lies. They lying to you. Okay? They're supposedly physicians. Physicians' job are to heal you, to help you. But they are physicians of no value. They can't heal you. They can't help you. They're not healing you. They're not helping you at all. Okay? And so, why would you trust in them if they constantly lie to you? And they can't help it because this Psalms chapter 58:3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. They come out the womb speaking lies. They are natural born liars. Okay, so don't fall to that. Okay, because the thing is, what they're gonna do is, no matter what outcome is, if people start dropping like flies, oh well, we expected that. That's a part of it. That part has to come. If people if they have success stories, oh yeah, that's we expected that. If people start getting really, really sick, we expected it. Everything that they're saying, that they expected it. As far even with adverse reactions, allergic reactions, all this different stuff. They're saying that they expected it. All I'm saying is just don't fall to those lies. Okay. All right. So just a quick little lesson. I just wanted to bring out that article. Hope you're edified. Shalom.